Everyone, welcome to ChumYums, recipes that you can make from your Chum food shelf box. My name is Jason with Wusso's Concert Cafe, and today we're making lemon pepper chicken with wild rice and green beans. Today for ingredients, we're going to do some green beans. These are out of a can, but if you have some fresh ones, you could saute those up in a pan as well. A fresh lemon, wild rice, onion, garlic, chicken breast, salt, pepper, flour, and chicken broth. First thing we're going to do is rinse our wild rice. This is the smaller grain black wild rice. You might have a different wild rice that is hand parched and hand harvested, and that's a little bigger grain and a little softer. So we're going to rinse this because sometimes this can be very dirty, or sometimes even have grass or stuff in it, but you just want to rinse it till the water runs clear. So bring in some water, have a strainer, just kind of swish that around. This looks pretty clean already. Sometimes it just varies a lot, but get the starch off and just have a good clean rice to start with. So we're going to do 1 cup of wild rice, and then we're going to do 3 cups of water. There's 3 cups. And then what I like to do, I like to add a little minced onion, really fine. And if you chop it really, really fine, it kind of just melts into the wild rice. And if you don't like onion, you don't have to put this in there. Or you could use garlic. Opening the cover, you just want to let it sit, bring it to a boil and let it simmer for about 30 minutes and then check it. See if the water is, give it a taste, see if it's cooked the way you like it. I'm just going to drop that on and keep an eye on it, listen for it, make sure it doesn't boil over. We'll put a cover on that. It'll get going quicker. But we'll get our breading ready for the chicken. You can use the lemon pepper that you just get pre-made in the store. Today we happen to have a real lemon, so we're just going to zest this, and then we can use fresh lemon juice at the end to add to the sauce. So we're just going to zest this lemon. We're going to add some salt and some pepper, and then we're going to dredge our chicken breasts in this. Do regular pepper, maybe as much as you like. I like to go heavy, maybe 2 tablespoons. And the salt too, maybe 1 tablespoon. You could measure it, I don't. So we're gonna do about 2 tablespoons of oil. And we're gonna get that really hot. And while that's getting hot, we're gonna dredge our chicken. We know our oil is hot. You can always put a little piece of onion in there just to test it, make sure it's sizzling. You don't want to drop it in before it's hot because you want to get a nice crisp sear right away. So we're just going to get these 3. We have 3 chicken breasts. I noticed one's a lot bigger than the other, so we're going to put that one on first because it's going to take longer to cook. And then we're going to test these to make sure they're above 165 degrees at the end is what I like to go to, just to make sure they're cooked all the way through. No one wants raw chicken in the middle, and it's dangerous. The biggest piece, we'll put that right there in the middle. And we're going to try to just keep these cooking and only flip them 1 time. We're going to bring that down to the lowest setting just to simmer it. And then we're going to just keep that covered for probably 30 minutes. Now that this is cooking, we're going to give this a flip. Oh man, that's looking good. And you can see this one's a lot bigger, so we're going to pull these 2 off before this. And then when they're cooked all the way, we'll do a temp, make sure they're safe. Then we're going to make our lemon sauce at the end with garlic and lemon juice. That's looking good. We're going to test these. We're going to leave that big one on there for a second. And we're going to take a thermometer. If you don't have a thermometer, just cut in and just make sure it's not raw in the middle. 163.4. 160 is a safe zone. I like to go to 165 just to be safe. Put these on for just a teeny longer. This one's got a little longer. We're just going to give that one more little bit. We're just going to pull those off and set them aside to rest for a second. And then we're going to make our quick lemon garlic sauce, and then we're going to add this back to it. So we're going to bring in about 2 tablespoons of butter, and we're going to saute some garlic in that. You can go as much garlic as you like. I like a lot. You can use the pre-minced stuff, but if you have fresh, that's even going to be better. So when the butter is melted, just keep an eye on it till we start simmering the garlic. And then as soon as it's really getting a sizzle, we're going to drop in some chicken broth. So now we're going to add our chicken broth. And this, what you can do here is if your chicken was stuck to the pan a bit, you're going to get all the little chunks of that chicken, and we're going to deglaze the pan, make sure it's all coming together. We're going to add some lemon juice. We have that fresh lemon after we zested it, but if not, you could do the pre-squeezed juice in a bottle. That would work too. And now we're just going to bring our chicken back into the sauce and just warm that chicken back up and coat it. And we're going to put a piece right there on that plate. You can just spoon a little of this sauce at the end on the top. Give it just a little drizzle. Remember, you can combat hunger in your community by being a hunger hero. For more information, check out chumduluth.org.